Prince Harry and Meghan have been attacked. They have been told that they are whining, complaining, and they should just shut up, my family. That is what they have been told, because in an interview that I saw in Good Morning Britain, my family, and they called in a black woman to attack Harry and Meghan Markle, my family. I wish they called me there to confront people. I really, really wish, because they are not asking the right, proper questions, my family. I saw a screenshot today, from back in 30th of November of 2021. We are now in 2023. The article said this, and I quote, "There have been over 74,000 articles about Meghan Markle." 74,000 articles. Don't forget, back then in 30th November 2021. That number is considerably higher today. Hundreds of thousands of articles have been written about Meghan Markle. Yet somehow, when Prince Harry and Meghan do 2 interviews, or 1 interview, or 3 interviews, or 4 interviews, or 5 interviews, they are told to shut up. Stop whining. Stop complaining, they say. How about someone says to the ones who write these articles, this more than 74,000 articles, hundreds of thousands of articles about Meghan Markle. How about someone who tells Harry and Meghan to keep quiet, to tell the tabloids who write these articles, these hundreds of thousands of articles about Meghan Markle, how about someone tells them to shut up? How about that? How about that? You can't accuse someone of something and then expect that person to keep their mouth shut. You can't lie about somebody and then expect that person to keep quiet as you continue to write hundreds of thousands of articles lying about them. You can't. Even if it was you, my family, even if it was you, even you wouldn't be able to put up with it. Now, my family, did Prince William set up Harry to fail? My family, because right now we are hearing moments of how much, William is disappointed in Prince Harry. Yet the one destiny of all spares within the royal family is that they are destroyed for the sake of the heir to the throne. That is the destiny. The harsh, cruel destiny that basically befalls all spares. And my family, there is something that I want you to hear that happened back then from a carnival of so-called expert called Robert Lacey, who described and said just how much someone at the palace hated Meghan Markle. Someone at the palace. In follow-up articles, we have seen them putting a name to that hate. And the name that came out was Prince William. Don't forget, Meghan's reaction upon finding out about, Jason North issuing a statement against her in support of the Daily Mail. It's your brother, it's your brother, it's your brother. Meghan Markle said, it's your brother. It's so obvious, it's your brother, it's him. It's so obvious. Mandana Diani also, her reaction is your brother. I mean, it's his brother. Yes, I know. Meghan replies, I will never ever forget those reactions from Meghan and also from Mandana Diani. You know, that told you in that moment, it showed you of how Harry and Meghan had a toxic family member that was causing them so much great distress. And that person's name was the one and the only Prince William, the Duke of Cambridge, now called the Prince of Wales, my family. I will never ever forget that reaction from Meghan Markle when it was discovered that Jason North was the one who was going to issue a statement against Meghan Markle. That reaction, that moment, my family, was an important moment. And I want you to see that moment once again. My family, hear this, please.
She shared some text messages with him. Even during the course of those text messages, Meghan said, obviously everything I have drafted is with the understanding that it could leak.
How do we deal with it? But so how do we deal with that? Like, how on earth, like...
He loves his brother. Like, I
know. It's your brother. I'm not going to say anything about your brother, but it's so obvious. It's like...
It's even more obvious the fact they're all trying to cover that. Again, Jason, the former aide of Meghan and Harry, as opposed to...
That's what I keep saying. I'm like, why are we talking about him as her former aide and not as the person who works for your brother?
That's why I'm now living in a different country. Because all the comms teams basically, like, try to outdo each other. But this is the
My family, you have heard that clip from the Harry and Meghan documentary, my family. It was at that moment that you saw the face of the person who hates Meghan Markle. You saw the name of that person being mentioned by both Harry and Meghan. It's William. It's your brother. It's William. It's him. It's him. It's him. I'm not going to say anything about your brother, but it's so obvious it's him. My family. It showed you that, you know, in that moment. And my family, I also want you to hear a clip from Robert Lacey on the rift between William and Harry, my family. Please kindly hear this.
Focus on Meghan and Megxit, but based on your book, it seems like this rift happened quite some time ago.
This story goes right back to the beginning when they were children, and at the age of 6, 7, William suddenly starts becoming more serious. He's aware of his destiny as a king. Harry goes in the opposite direction.
Do you think that William set Harry up to fail?
There is a sense, I think, in which William could be criticized for setting Harry up to fail. It suited the elder brother so well to have the court jester, to have the guy who always carried the blame, both when they were teenagers and now.
Lacey contends
It suited William so much. It suited William so much for Harry to be the court jester, for having someone who will always take the blame for everything. It suited William so much. And when he saw that Harry was happy with Meghan Markle, when someone is so used to being, you know, protected, you know, by his brother being a scapegoat, when you lose that scapegoat, it becomes so difficult for you. You begin to panic. What am I gonna do? What do I do now? What do I do now? So William, you know, so the next scapegoat being Meghan Markle. And I feel like William is angry, like, why can't Meghan just take it? You know, you even hear the language, the rhetoric on tabloid press, put up and shut up. That language doesn't just come from the tabloid media. It doesn't just come from the ones who go on TV to slag off Harry and Meghan. No. It comes from the palace. It comes from senior members of the royal family. were demanding that both Harry and Meghan put up with everything that they throw towards them. You've heard even in Harry's teenage years, back when he was a teenager, how Harry was being used as the scapegoat, my family, back then when he was a teenager. Both he and William got drunk. Both he and William. But for William, because he's protected, because the palace made deals with the press to protect the spare, and no such deal was ever made to protect Prince Harry, it's Harry who was the one who was being blamed. Time and time again. Yet William was being protected by the royal family. Why? Because he's the next future king of England. My family, that shows you and tells you a lot about William's character. In his entire life, he has always known that even if he does anything wrong, it will all go away. How? By leaking a single story about Prince Harry. By feeding the press a story about Meghan Markle. You know, right after Harry and Meghan got married, became popular, William was being told by courtiers, don't worry, William. Harry and Meghan's popularity will go down, but yours will go up. Yours will go up. You'll rise in stature. Don't worry. And we've come to know one thing is clear right now, that the leaks against both Harry and Meghan are coming from Kensington Palace. Every anti-Harry and Meghan story came from Kensington Palace to destroy, Harry and Meghan's reputation, to destroy their characters. That was the goal, my family. For William to get back his scapegoat. My family, because when you lose a scapegoat, it becomes very, very difficult when the scapegoat escapes. And it has been difficult for William to accept it. And he keeps going on and on after both Harry and Meghan, especially towards Meghan Markle, in the hopes that Harry will bend to his will and come back to being the spare, come back to being the scapegoat, come back to misery, to being miserable, and to be fully destroyed, because I feel like even the anger right now is that they haven't been able to fully destroy Prince Harry right now. That's the anger, my family. Companies want to work with him, everyone wants to be associated with him and Meghan. Militaries like the US are happy to show Prince Harry respect. My family, that's not what the farm wants. It isn't what they want to happen to Harry, And my family, I'm hopeful that this memoir from Prince Harry will continue to expose this contract the royal family has with the tabloid press. For people to open their eyes, the fact that they are being manipulated by the tabloid press into hating on Harry and Meghan. Because make no mistake, that is what happens. Now, a quote from Dr. Nicole Lepera said this, that, and I quote, in the toxic family system, the healthiest person causes friction. They create resistance in the familiar dynamics, and other members become uncomfortable and become triggered. Prince Harry comes from a toxic family system. The royals in the UK are described as a dysfunctional family. Dysfunctional because they don't behave or operate as a family. And even the late King George, the Queen's late father, said that, and I quote, "We are not a family. We are a firm. They are a business, not a family. The goal is survival, and they will eat their own just so that they can survive. Make no mistake whatsoever about that." And abusers, they love to silence their victims. They love to see their victims quiet. Prince Harry and Meghan were silent for 4 long years, including the year after they left the UK. And still, they were continually attacked in the British media with the help of the royal family and the firm. Before anyone asks for Harry to shut up or keep quiet, ask the ones who write these articles to shut up about Prince Harry. Ask Kensington Palace to stop leaking anti-Harry and Meghan stories, to deflect from whatever it is that they're involved in. Probably unethical behavior, my family. To distract from Prince William's many alleged affairs, because that is what they want to distract us from. My family. And Prince Harry spoke about this business of trading stories. If a principal in the palace is approached by a tabloid about a story involving, their principal, what would happen is that the principal's, team will trade stories against the other principal to get whatever it is that they have been caught out doing to be, to not be published by the editor, by the carnival of so-called experts. That is how, things happen within the royal family. And Kensington Palace did an awful lot of leaking and spreading anti-Harry and Meghan stories against Harry and Meghan to the tabloid press. Make no mistake about that. Even someone called Anne Lamott said this, that you own everything that happened to you. Tell your stories. If people wanted you to write warmly about them, they should have behaved better. And that's a fact. It's a fact. If people wanted you to talk positively about them, here's what they would have done. They would have behaved better. Because I've seen stories that, the royal family are afraid of saying anything to Prince Harry. Why? Because they are so afraid that anything that they say will end up in a documentary on Netflix. That is what they are saying. That is what they're leaking to the tabloid press. Well, Harry and Meghan can also say this, that we are afraid of saying anything because anything that we say will end up on the tabloid press. And that's why Harry and Meghan are afraid of saying anything to the royal family. That's why Meghan Markle is afraid of writing letters to the royal family. Because anything that she writes will get leaked to the tabloid press, my family. That is the business model in the UK. An unethical business model, my family. Very much an ethical business model. And to me, from what I've seen, Prince Harry and William, their relationship was lost the moment William couldn't stand seeing his brother happy. The moment William saw his brother falling in love with a mixed race woman, Remember one thing from the Harry and Meghan documentary. Harry received a phone call from Jason Knopf and Prince William, informing them that a tabloid had acquired information about Harry, the woman that Harry was dating at the time, Meghan Markle, who is now his wife. Where do you think that comes from in light of what we've learned even from Prince Harry? In light of what Harry himself has said, where do you think, a tabloid got that story if the royal family did not leak that story to them? If Prince William, Jason Knopf did not allegedly leak that story to the tabloids, where do you think it came from? We know where it came from. It came exactly from the palace, who had hoped that perhaps maybe even this media intrusion into Meghan's life would make them end their relationship, my family. That's what they had hoped. Imagine calling yourself a family and you are hearing from family members, why should we protect your girlfriend when our girlfriends, were not protected from, media intrusion, from tabloids attacking them? Imagine hearing that from people who call you a much-loved member of the family, and yet you have that kind of rhetoric, that talking, the point that Harry has to tell them, the racism, the race element is why things are different this time. With the bullying of Meghan Markle, with the hate campaign, with how tabloid media were covering her. And then yet they say that they welcome Meghan Markle. We welcomed her. Look at the wedding. Yet 8 days into Harry and Meghan's relationship, Harry had to issue a statement condemning racism against his then girlfriend, Meghan Markle. But we welcomed them. The press loved them, because that's the rhetoric that I've heard. The press loved them. They were all for Harry and Meghan. Something changed. Meghan's character. That's what they like to say. But ask them to explain more about it. You won't get a single word from them. You won't. I can assure you, you won't get a single word from them about what Meghan did. I even heard this bullying allegations being brought up against Meghan Markle. So where's the report? Where is the evidence of Meghan Markle bullying staff? Where is the evidence? Where is it? Where is the evidence of it happening? Of Meghan bullying staff? Where is it? The answer is it did not exist. We saw how the staff spoke about Meghan Markle. The nicknames they gave Meghan Markle, calling her Duchess Difficult, calling her abusive names, my family. We all heard of that. But somehow, some way, it's Meghan that got accused of being the bully. Sometimes, you just have to call out the hypocrisy when you see it. Here you are giving nicknames about someone to the tabloid press. Here you are telling a tabloid, oh, Harry will not make us coffee anymore ever since he married Meghan Markle. We've heard that rhetoric, that somehow a husband should leave his marital bed to go and make coffee for staff. For staff. For staff. I mean, seriously, someone actually went to complain about that in their constant need to try and tell people, brainwash people, that you need to hate Meghan Markle like as they do. Why? Because Harry wouldn't make us coffee anymore when he married Meghan. That's why. My family, I have heard of nonsense in my lifetime, but never as much as the kind of nonsense rhetoric that comes from the palace and the tabloids. I mean, tabloids are for gossip. Even in my country, we have tabloids here. We know it's gossip. You know it's gossip. You look at it, it's entertaining, yes. But you know it's gossip. You know, from hate accounts, based on what I've read in a tabloid, but in the UK, it's read out as news. As news. In the UK, it's read out as news. The BBC, a taxpayer-funded institution, reads Daily Mail. Reads it. My family, when dissecting the newspapers of the day, it reads Daily Mail. It reads the Sun tabloid owned by Rupert Murdoch that a couple of days ago published misogynistic comments by Jeremy Clarkson and did not even apologize to Meghan Markle for those misogynistic comments, those vile comments, basically inciting violence against Meghan Markle. Those are read by the BBC, a taxpayer-funded broadcaster. My family, you can't make this stuff up. You just can't. You just can't make this stuff up. You know? You just can't really. You can't. My family. So William set up Prince Harry because he wanted Harry to fail. Because that has been the story of Harry's life. His entire life. He was meant to be and born to be the spare. The spare's role is humiliation. And by getting yourself away from that role, the abusers are angry. William was angry. William was screaming and yelling at Harry. Where else is he going to get the scapegoat? You know? William went too far by using Harry's wife, Meghan, as his personal scapegoat. He went too far. He went too far. And even after Meghan suffered a miscarriage, still William authorized his employee to issue a statement against Meghan Markle. Once again, William never stopped. William never stopped. You can only take too much from anyone. And William is a clear perpetrator. You know, in the abuse of Meghan Markle, William is a perpetrator. In the abuse of Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex, William is a perpetrator. And one of the many people involved in this smear campaign against Meghan Markle, in the abuse of Meghan Markle. And William, make no mistake, hates Meghan Markle. You know? Because he feels like Meghan took away his scapegoat from him. My family. That's how he feels. And also because of Meghan's race as well. He can't stand it one bit. That Harry fell in love with a mixed race black woman. He can't stand it. Once again, my family. These palace sources, these people who are telling Harry and Meghan to shut up, are the ones who read stories about Harry and Meghan and go and make hate accounts targeting Harry and Meghan from the stories that they read. However, when Harry and Meghan want to correct those lies that are being told about them, it's why can't they shut up? Put up and shut up. Family. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense, my family. They bullied Meghan Markle throughout her first pregnancy with Archie, non-stop. You know, that's how William never saw Meghan even as a human being. You know, the same person who said that Africans, meaning me, are to blame for the enormous strain, pressures on wildlife, saying that the African population growth is responsible for the pressures on wildlife. My family, that's what William apparently said. And he got blasted for it. But yet he can go and say that we are very much not a racist family. Even the royal family itself disagrees. Even the royal family itself, by its own actions, disagrees. My family. So my family, if other members of the royal family can go and leak to the press about Harry and Meghan, against Harry and Meghan, if that's the case, then also Harry and Meghan can go ahead and correct the lies that are being told about them. They can do that because Harry and Meghan are human beings. And they're entitled to be treated as human beings because they have a right to be treated with basic human dignity, like you and I, like each and every single one of us, my family. My family, what do you think about all this? Kindly out your opinion, please, about everything that we've discussed today. William also, plotting for Harry to fail. That is not a family, a loving family. A family that is jealous about, its own members is not a family. And even the tabloids know it. My family, I want your opinion kindly. And with that and so much more, stay tuned to our next video. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and support our ever-growing family on YouTube. And stay tuned to our next video. Silence is betrayal. And Harry will speak. He will speak. He has endured years of abuse. He will speak. Thousands of articles have been written about Meghan Markle and Harry. Hundreds of thousands of them. Millions, as a matter of fact, even. It's high time that Harry and Meghan talk about their experiences. It's high time. And with that and so much more, stay tuned to our next video. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and support our ever-growing family on YouTube. And stay tuned to our next video. God bless Harry, Meghan, Archie, Bedana, and Doria Ragland. And stay tuned to our next video. Harry, we love what you're doing. Fighting to keep your wife and children safe. We respect that. And we support you. Stay tuned to our next video. Hello, members of Sussex Family TV. First of all, I want to say thank you for all your support that you give us to our channel. We don't take it for granted that you support this channel. I want to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts for lending out your support and fighting against injustices, supporting Prince Harry and Meghan, showing them love. Love will always triumph over evil, and for that I say thank you. Good will always prevail over bad. Thank you so much for all your support. Thank you so much for joining this community, this amazing community of Sussex Family TV. I love you so much, family, from the bottom of my heart, and I wish you all the best. May you have a great day, and I hope that you enjoyed this video and learned a lot of things. With that and so much more, stay tuned to our next video. Leave a comment below, like, and subscribe. Love you, family, always and forever. Sayonara.